today.
From Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh.
It's week 13 of the NFL.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. From the 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, it's the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask, and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week they had some defensive miscues like that. And they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up. But obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert into a double team, and it's intercepted. Herbert picked by his old college teammate, Kayvon Thibodeau. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
So here are the Raiders now with great starting field position. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there was also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Try to run for it with Jacobs. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 3, 2nd and a yard. They stay on the ground with White. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Montgomery. That completes it again to Metcalf. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on 1st and goal. So a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The kick by Carlson is good, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. The first time out, they had the interception. That stopped their drive 3 points the other way, so now they work from behind.
They do, but he's got to walk out on the field like he's working from ahead. All right, he's got to walk out like, hey, I just threw a touchdown pass because all eyes on his team are on him. They gain their confidence from the way he reacts, his demeanor, and how he plays. He's got to show that he has confidence in himself.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. Quick hitter here. It's complete. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. 3rd and 7 now. Herbert now. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Looking to throw on second down. Montgomery. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Back to throw. Montgomery. They'll find Everett there, complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Montgomery. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Back to the running game with Jacobs to about the 40-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Going with White here, toss left, and he is going to lose yardage here. That second down play nets a -4.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Montgomery. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Moss. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone. A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And they do get this across midfield of the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the 1st.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
Jamie Gillen now on to punt. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Steelers set to take the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Herbert on 1st down now. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw here, Herbert. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. That was just a good example of taking what the defense gave him. No one open downfield, knew where the safety valve was, swung it out to him. He gets upfield and picks up the 1st down. Well done all the way around. Again, Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now it's Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Oh, Johnson, nice grab. Now he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now here's the call. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Off play action. Montgomery. A little short pass. This is Everett. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down. Back to throw. Montgomery. Now they go screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there, and 2nd down. Looking to throw. Montgomery. He gets this one to Burks. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Running the toss here to White. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Montgomery steps away. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here's Rigoberto Sanchez on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now out come the Steelers. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the 1st half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Herbert. Over the middle, complete. It's Harris. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Herbert. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
On to punt, Jamie Gillen. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked down inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning. 58 yards rushing for him now to this point. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw. Montgomery. He'll find Metcalf. 7 yards there and a first down. Back to throw. Montgomery. Now wasted time going right back to DK Metcalf. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Montgomery. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back to throw again. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 43. They'll look to throw again. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Again, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, Metcalf, what a catch. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Operating from the gun. Montgomery finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Herbert. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal, so now it's 2nd down. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw complete there to Johnson. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And this brings up a 3rd and goal.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Chandler Jones, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense, get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
So out come the Raiders. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. And the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Montgomery. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a give, running left is Harris. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert got his man complete over the middle. That's Harris. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now this incomplete, and I don't see any flags coming out. He was clearly in the pocket, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, and that brings up 4th down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now, what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Off the play fake, Montgomery. Man open downfield, it's Metcalf. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Montgomery. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach. Okay, so he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Herbert. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that, because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Throwing on 1st down. Montgomery, he finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. To throw on 2nd down. Montgomery. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. Herbert's throw complete to Freiermuth. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Quick completion here to Johnson. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run again with Harris. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. That good for 19 and a 1st down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Harris has it over the middle. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, Herbert. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 12-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
From the gun on 3rd down, Herbert. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Chandler Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary 1st step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Raiders offense ready to go. Their lead back down to one score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 72 yards on the ground for him so far. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Off play action. Montgomery. On the move to his left. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Montgomery. And he fires one, but incomplete. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
From the 24, Herbert, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
To throw on 3rd down. Herbert, that's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's Jamie Gillendow as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Montgomery. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. From the gun on third down, Montgomery. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Looking to throw. Herbert, man open, it's Moss, complete. And he will have a Steelers first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They hand this off to Harris. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Back to throw. Herbert firing quickly here, and that's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Looking to throw. Herbert on a huge mistake late. It's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. But just add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, and they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And the Raiders have got him. Chandler Jones able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. Operating from the gun. Herbert. Pass. And a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring them indeed with that score alone. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. 4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And a high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The Raiders heading out to take over. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And his throw here is incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Herbert now. And now he's stripped. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or 2 about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point. But
and now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. From just shy of midfield, Herbert, quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. From the 50, here's Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this defense will take over right at midfield. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And now here come the Raiders. Well, CD, this is the ideal situation in the 4th quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock, with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms. Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Las Vegas, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town.